and good morning. Happy Black Friday. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm Decatur Townsend Jr. with Down the Sideline Media, and I'm going to give you this one big thing. Before we get into the fact that the Cowboys have now won 2 straight, they've now beaten the Eagles and the Chiefs respectfully in the last 4 days, let's talk about the trade or trades that happened this offseason that has not only set up the Cowboys for the next potential couple of years, but has absolutely reshaped pretty much the NFC. In March, DK Metcalf was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a couple of draft picks, but that decision squarely put Jaxon Smith-Njigba as the number 1 guy in Seattle. Yes, we can say the Seahawks signed Cooper Kupp, but let's be honest. He's from Yakima, Washington. He grew up in Washington, and let's just say it, he wants to finish his career in his home state. Jaxon Smith-Njigba now has 1,313 yards, on pace to get over 2,000 yards in a single season, which would be the all-time single-season receiving record. But that was made possible by the DK Metcalf trade that happened in March. That, again, sent him to the Steelers. And what then happened in May? When George Pickens gets traded to the Cowboys, and George Pickens going into yesterday had 1,054 yards. To put that into a grand scape, the Pittsburgh Steelers receiving corps has a total of 1,082 yards, and George Pickens, after yesterday, now has over 1,100 yards. He's going to ask for the bag, as he should. And Jerry Jones, yes, the man of the hour, is going to be on the hot seat again after the whole Micah Parsons situation. Is he going to pay George Pickens? Is he going to keep the CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens connection open for Dak Prescott? And are the Cowboys actually going to do something they haven't done in over 30 years? Get to an NFC Championship game and, dare I say it, put a team together that will compete in a Super Bowl in the next handful of years. Now, Black Friday brings more football. Chicago travels to Philadelphia. Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts, the storylines are all over the place. And yes, for my Bears fans, can you imagine a situation where Caleb Williams walks into Lincoln Financial Field and gets a W? You want to talk about game changing? You want to talk about franchise changing? You want to talk about narrative changing? Philadelphia will, at that point, lose 2 games in a row, and the Chicago Bears are fighting for the number 1 seed in the NFC. A bunch of things to talk about. Again, my name is Decatur Townsend Jr. with Down the Sideline Media. Catch Down the Sideline podcast at some point next week. And again, happy holidays. Drive safe.